Today we will discuss about phytochemical as a natural anti-cancer drug, and that can be delivered by nanoparticles such as gold nanoparticles. Why gold nanoparticles? Because the surface of this gold nanoparticles can be easily modified so that it can be attached to the antibodies or antigen that can target the cancers. And what are these phytochemicals? Phytochemicals are the naturally occurring biochemical substance that has a anti-tumor functions or anti-tumor efficacies or properties. That has the anti-tumor properties, that is the right word. So how these things can be done, it is shown here in a brief overview. First one shows how they can be targeted to the cancers. So this is similar to what we are discussed in our previous videos about the CAR-T therapies, that is CAR-Ts are modified. So in this case gold nanoparticles are modified, and once they reach close to the tumors, it will release its drugs. In this case they contains the endosomes. So endosome will be released when they come and interact with the tumor cells, and these endosomes can target to the nucleus and trigger apoptosis. So what causes the release of the endosomes is the cancer cell surface receptors. Once they interact with these targeting molecules or targeting molecules that are modified and expressed on this gold nanoparticle surface. So this is how in general one would expect the gold nanoparticles anti-cancer therapies that contains the phytochemical should works. So these phytochemicals, as they are naturally occurring biochemicals, they can be extracted through the process that is shown in the left hand side of the figure, where the anti-cancer plant can first be dissolved in different solvent to see which solvent is more suitable that keeps their biochemical functionality, and thereafter they extract the main biochemical ingredient and then filter it and then verify this bioactive compound through various techniques such as mass spectrometry, NMR, HPLC, FITR, TLC, and thereafter they will make a bioactive compound. Once they identify this bioactive compound, they will make a bioactive compound in a way that will have the maximum anti-cancer functionality. And thereafter, once this bioactive compound is made, and which are this commonly called as phytochemicals, as a word that has been given to the naturally occurring anti-cancer biochemicals. Thereafter, these bioactive compounds can then be used on the in vitro and the in vivo studies, and then find out this bioactive compounds specificity and at the same time its efficacies against the tumors at different organs. So one example is shown here. The tumors that can be targeted are this brain tumor, skin tumor, breast, bladder, colorectal, and this prostate. These are some of the examples that are shown here. So this is how these phytochemicals can be used. So this is just a brief overview, and people have seen that using the gold nanoparticles can improve the target delivery of the drugs. So, and at the same time, if one use these phytochemicals, which is naturally occurring biochemical substance, then it will also have less side effects compared to the synthetically made drugs. And since they are already been tested in the mice models and in the in vitro studies, the possibilities compared to the similar to the case where synthetic drugs are gone through, their possibilities of adverse effect on the human beings will be minimized. So examples here shown is about the endosomes, but it is not limited to the endosomes. The drugs can be delivered in the form of mRNA also, or in the form of the cDNA, as those approaches also been used in the case of this CAR T therapies. So this is just a brief overview about this new topic that we are discussing in this channel. If you need to understand more about this topic in detail, you can go through the reference that has been provided in the description. So that's all for this video. Thank you for your time.